Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of Off the Script podcast. My name is Ethel Munsaka. I just realized that I don't say my name. So I am your host, Ethel Munsaka. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this episode. So, what did I want to say? I hope you guys had a good week. I hope everyone had a good week. I hope you had a blessed week. You know, I don't think anything crazy happened for me this week. Nah, I think everything has been okay. But yeah, I was thinking about something um the other day, and you guys, I just come here and I just yap about stuff. So I was at a boarding school in high school from grade 8 to grade 12. People who've been at boarding schools from grade 8 to grade 12, you are very strong people. We are very strong people because the problems we endured, the punishments we endured, the craziness. Zambian boarding schools, honestly, it's like a boot camp. It's like you're training for something. There's nothing. You wake up at what time are we waking up? 5, 4, 5. You wake up at that time, and then depending on the school that you're at, you have to be bathed by a certain time. You have to leave the hostel. Some of you have charges. Those of you who went at like boarding schools or whatever charges, it's like where you work. Yeah, your portions where you work. So like for example, in my senior secondary school, we had charges in the hostel, so you work in the hostel. But in my lower primary, junior secondary school in grade 8 and 9, your charges can be anywhere around the school, because I was at an all girls school. So in grade 8 and 9, so it can be anywhere around the school. Can be in the hostel, it can be by the classes. Crazy. Then you have to go and do your charge. By the time you're done doing that charge, you are sweating, you're tired, and then you have to go to class early in the morning. And then some places have like compulsory breakfast, you have to be there. And then sometimes, like, it was stressful. It was really stressful because honestly, one of the experiences, anyway, in my senior secondary, I never went to the garden. Did you ever go to the production unit? You went. When? For what? I never worked like digging. What?
Well,
I don't know
I've
how I
never been in a
managed.
DC case, but I went to the PU for one thing.
What did you go for?
What did I do? Oh, it was Saturday. Do you remember grade 12 house parent?
You had two, right?
Yeah, we had Mr. first, then Mr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you censor the names, but what happened was I walked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did my portion early so that I
Mm-hmm.
could study early. Then my portion was outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up all the bottles, I raked the grass
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And then I guess when I left, and someone left the bottle in a very obvious place. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think someone left the bottle there. And yeah, after prep, he told me, he was like, on Monday you're going to the production.
Oh, because someone left a bottle
Yeah,
on your portion.
yeah.
That's why you went to dig.
We were digging black soil from the PU and taking it to like the lawns, like the admin lawn, the football fields.
That's crazy. I'm
We had
sorry.
to make like, I think it was 36.
I don't know how I survived that. I never went digging. Grade 8 and 9 also, I did not slash anywhere. Like, that's one thing I'm so grateful for. But the punishments at boarding schools were crazy. They were very inconsiderate. In grade 8 and 9, we used to have morning prep. Actually, this is how it was. They cancelled morning prep um, at like the all girls school that I was at. They cancelled morning prep because people complained that students are dozing in class and stuff like that. Okay. And then there's this new boarding mistress that came. When she came, she introduced morning prep again. But this time she just said it's for holiday tuitions. So I was like, okay, fine. HTs will have morning prep. It's just 3 weeks, I think. Then we'll go back home. Yeah, okay. We came back to school and I had a feeling, I really had a feeling that she was not going to just end there. And this was a sister, mind you. So she says, okay, the morning prep has been introduced, but only for exam classes, even during normal, like during the normal term. I was like, I knew she had something up her sleeve. Guys, we used to go, we had to be in class by, I think, 4:30. We had to be in class, and it was June, term two, so it was cold. We had to be, oh no, going to class during morning prep was for HTs. We had to be by the dining hall, grade nines and grade 12s. We had to be by the dining hall by 4:30. 4:30 to 5:30 was our morning prep. You have to study, and it's cold. And then there was a day when most of us were sleeping. I used to sleep every single morning prep. I used to sleep. I never used to study because I can't study in the morning. She took us outside. I don't think I've ever told you this story before. Yeah, so she saw that so many people were sleeping. You should ask Ngoza. She would tell you. So many people were sleeping. And then she told us to, or she just told us, can you all stand up? And it was before 5:30. So we were confused, like, is it time up already? She's like, everyone pack your books, stand up. And then she chose a couple of girls to like stand by the side. So those girls, they were told to just stand there. And then us, the rest of us were told to stand up and go outside. So we followed her outside. And then we went to the hostel area. We stood in the cold for a good hour. And she said, since you want to sleep, you don't want to study, this is what you're going to be doing so that you can wake up. We stood in the cold for an hour. You guys, this is June. June, and then you are, some of you don't even have blankets. You're just in a juice. You are just in a jersey. You are just in, like, guys, it was cold. Go outside at 04, guys. You will know what, like, it was cold. And we stood there for an hour. Since then, I never forgave that woman. Why are you doing that to children? I was 14 years old. I stood in the cold for an hour at 04 in June. You know how cold season in Zambia is. But that experience was crazy. I don't know if Ngoza was one of the people with us or she was one of the people who didn't go through that. But you should ask. She made us stand outside. It was so crazy. And then, like, after that day, I knew that this woman was so evil. Okay, I know we're not supposed to talk like that about sisters, but there's just something about Catholic schools and sisters. Like, there's something about them. A Catholic sister at a school. You have something to say? Seems like you have a lot to express.
No, about sisters. I don't know
Mhm.
why they are mean. Like
Sisters
they're
at Catholic schools, ka?
yeah,
There's
like
something about them.
they're just mean people.
Like, they're so mean.
There's no reason to be that
I
mean.
swear,
Like
like,
the extent at which they're mean, it doesn't make sense. They are very, very mean.
like they're out to get you.
And I'm Catholic, so it's like
Yeah, you are even Catholic, so
even the ones in church are mean. Like
ah.
no, like you have better chances of talking to a priest, a brother,
Mhm,
someone who's married,
mhm.
than a sister, because sisters are just rude. I don't know
Ish.
why they are rude. I
I
don't know
don't
if
know
they
why
tell
it's like
them to be rude.
maybe.
Maybe
Maybe they tell them to be rude
yeah,
because there's no way you can be acting like
to
that.
follow Christ, you have to be rude.
Don't say that to them. Yeah, but Catholic schools in Zambia, if you went there, it was like a form of self-development. And parents won't understand. They'll just be like, no, as we used to walk 10 kilometers to go to school, we didn't have shoes, we had to watch this. So the luxury that you're living right now, be grateful. Like, I get it, we are grateful for certain things, but I feel like if we were to take our parents, even just explaining to them, I feel like they low-key know that they can't go through that. You know what I mean? Yeah, bathing cold water every damn day, like, yeah, bathing cold water. And that's not even the problematic part. It's like every single mistake you make, they just go harder on you, you know? Yeah. Like, boarding school is not for the weak, man. I don't think I'll change my. They will- I don't think I'll take my children to a boarding school. Like, it was helpful because you make friends. It's easier to make friends. You're always with your friends. You learn how to clean. You learn how to take care of yourself. I appreciate those lessons. Hmm. But the mental torture, it mental and physical torture was crazy. Ish. Because the thing with our school was the school itself wasn't bad. Like, it was typical boarding school. But I think some of the teachers that were there, the people the people who were running the school, ish. Me personally, the high school that we went to, how it did me bad. Yes. Like, not, you mean believe as in, what first? Like, oh, like, what do you mean? Do you mean? Oh, it was there. Yes, it was very much there. You could tell in school. Okay, let me just for these guys who are watching, right? At our school. In fact, I think it's very common. You know how they're the cool kids, the cool rich kids, the ones with aura, and then you have the other ones, the normal ones, the just average kids. Then you have those that people, the pugs, like the people we're calling, we're, I don't know why people would call them pugs. Like the people who they would say they are shishita, they are slow. It was very much existent there in like the boarding school setting. And the bad thing about it is that it's boarding school. You can't escape. You are living with those people for 3 straight months. It's crazy when you think about it because like the only way that maybe you're a I don't want to say it. Maybe if you're like one of those shishitad ones, if you're like one of those people who are considered shishitad, and maybe if you're smart, maybe some people rate you if you're like sharp. But still, our school had ones with aura, people with aura. We had this thing. I don't even know why we were doing these things. Let me tell you guys some of the ridiculous things that we used to do in high school. Now that I think about it, when you're in a relationship with someone during supper or lunch, you take them juice in a juice bottle, like in a drinking in a drinking bottle. In a drinking bottle, you take for them some tuma juice. That's a sweet thing to do for couples. It's romantic. It's considered romantic. When your girlfriend is going like, because our hostels were a bit like uphill, like you had to go through some like stairs. You had to, yeah, you have to escort her on the stairs and then leave her by like a junction because you're not allowed to cross, and then you come back. That was considered sweet. And then there was this thing of wearing like we had black jerseys, but we wouldn't wear the school jerseys. We would wear like a jersey with a round neck, like almost like the one I'm wearing, but like a jersey with a round neck. And like I don't know why it was considered cool, but if you wear a round neck, you were cooler than the people wearing the school jerseys. Which was crazy. The school jerseys. The school jerseys would make you look like I don't know how to explain. Yeah, you had to wear a round neck. What else are the cool people doing? You don't go for lunch every day. Yeah, you don't go to the dining hall every day. There are some days when you just stay in class and chill. You don't eat. Yeah, specific meals you don't go for. You don't go for beans. You don't go for. Was it oats on Sunday morning? You don't go for carpenter. You don't go for different things. Yeah, you don't go for samp in the morning. You don't do that. Then you're a cookie, you know? If you're seen doing that, it's like, like say you're going for this meal. What else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. For guys, like the way your slack would fit you is yeah. For guys, I remember it was like that. For girls, you shouldn't have your skirt too long. It should be a bit short. It should be a bit short. Like, my goodness, you guys. It was crazy. The things we considered cool in high school, it really shows that we were young. We were young. Having a cool sports bag, even that aura where they come and call, any team, like let's say the netball team, the football team, oh, it's time to travel, it's time to go. That car, you're feeling good when you carry. They call you during lunch, even during class. During class. Yeah, you are not learning, you're going to train or you're going to change that one was for aura. They call you, oh no, or the boys in the football senior team, can you please carry your sports bag? You even go out of class. Your friends have remained learning chemistry. Yeah, buying food at the dark shop. I don't remember how much it was. High school is crazy. Boarding school is crazy, honestly. I don't know. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back. So I don't know if I would like my child to go through that. It was a bit mentally for me. High school was draining. Like high school was mentally draining for me. I would have lost my mind if I continued staying there. When I graduated, I was so excited. I was excited to leave. I was very happy to leave. Boarding school is just crazy. Even the privileges that, yeah. So in case like people are lost, but I think even in day school, secondary, it was somehow like that. It just wasn't as intense. I don't know. The day scholars should tell us, but where a grade 12 can do certain things, work in certain areas that you can't do. For example, at my former school, grade 12s we would do braids, right? Grade 12s would be the only ones allowed to let their hair down outside the hostel. If you are not a grade 12, you cannot let your hair down outside the hostel. You can only tie it up in a bun or in a ponytail, but your hair should not be in any other hairstyle. It should be tied up, which was very ridiculous in my opinion. Like, why were we doing that? It was insane. It was weird. Yeah. Yeah, you're not allowed to walk on their what's this? Even for us in grade 8 and 9, like at an all girls school, you're not allowed to walk on their corridors. You walk in the drainage down. You don't walk on the corridor, no. Crazy. No, but overall, I need you guys to tell me your boarding school experiences because we probably experience the same things but different versions of the same thing. You know what I mean? So tell me how your boarding school experience was. The only thing I'm grateful for is my friends. I made a lot of good friends and I'm still friends with them till now. So, oh yeah, the guy at the back. So many of my friends, like, we've been friends since high school. So I'm grateful for the friends. I'm grateful that I learned how to clean. That's one thing. I learned how to be a very clean girl because of boarding school. So I appreciate that as well. Despite the mentally draining part, it was self development, character development. Ha! That was pure character development. Like, there are some things they were too young. I don't know why we were. That was crazy. But yeah, so anyway, let's get into one dilemma for this week. Um, don't forget if you want your dilemmas to be, um, ish. Yeah, if you want to, sorry, I'm trying to. My phone is giving me some problems right now, so I'm just, yeah. Anyway, if you would like to submit your dilemmas, I hope I'll manage to put a link in the description. I'll try to put a link in the description. But if it's there on my TikTok, the link is there. On my Instagram, it's there. Don't forget, you can easily submit it completely anonymous. Not even I know who submit the dilemmas. So feel free and be honest and open. And yeah, so this week's dilemma is just one. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold my phone for this one. Yeah. So I recently lost a close friend because he had been in love with me for a while, but he hid it well and I never noticed at all. If he had brought it up earlier on when I was not talking to anyone, I would have gone for it because he's genuinely a good person. And I know we could have tried to make it work. He eventually confessed his feelings when I was with someone else and cut me off because it was too painful to be my friend for him. I miss our friendship so much and I think of reaching out to him often. But I try and understand his feelings because I know the pain of loving someone who doesn't feel the same way. I don't even know if it would be right to rekindle the friendship because I feel that it would be me being selfish on my part. I honestly don't know what to do. Yeah, va? Um, this situation is, ish, I think I have a friend who's gone through the same situation. And I think it's on the boy's part, I do understand why he just stopped talking to you. Because if someone decides that it's too painful for them to be your friend, they'll have to do what's right for them and they'll have to like remove themselves from the equation. So I understand that you want to reach out to him, but I think you should lean heavily towards your consideration of his feelings. Cause I don't want to sound like I'm not being empathetic. But the thing is that I think he's very self aware. I like the way he's self aware. Like he knows to say that this girl, if I'm her friend, he he knows that if he remains your friend, he's going to get hurt. He knows that it will pain him seeing you with somebody else. You know what I mean? And the fact that you said that if you were not, if he confessed his feelings earlier, the fact that you're saying that if he confessed his feelings earlier, it might have worked. That's like, I don't know. Would you see yourself? It's like you would see yourself liking him, but now that you're in something, I don't know. You treasure him as a friend, and that's important. But my take is just leave him alone. Like if it's too painful for him, it's painful for him. Let him just. You may miss the friendship, but the friendship is not going to be healthy. So I wouldn't use the word selfish, but yeah, you would just be considering your feelings if you say, okay, no, let's just be friends. I want us to be friends. Let's consider his feelings as well. And I think just let him stop talking to you. Let the friendship go, in my opinion. Can I is your mic on? No, they should hear that I'm talking to you, Exe. The people watching need to know. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is it valid or selfish to cut off a long-term friend for the same reason that like you and I have been friends for how long?
I don't know.
Came in 2020, it's 2026, 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say 2 years down the line, I tell you that hey, Phil, this 8 years, this 8 years, I've always been in love with you. And
I can slap you.
at the time that I tell you this,
Mm-hmm.
you are just entering a committed relationship. And then because you refused to choose me at that point, I cut you. So all those 8 years that we practically built a long-term friendship.
Wait, you mean like if you cut me off because I haven't picked you?
Because I mean,
Ah,
firstly, the first question is it fair to put someone through that? Like, is it fair for me to put you through that
no, it's not.
after 8 years and then you're entering a committed relationship?
No, it's not.
And then the second question, okay, so it's not fair. So the
I
second
think
question, mhm,
it's not fair to put everything on the girls. Um, like you're putting it all in her hands. Let's look at it in this situation, right? In this situation, the girl is in a situation where the guy who she's been friends with for a long time has confessed his feelings to her, but she has gotten into something.
just put it.
Mm-hmm. So I think for him, it's fair for him that he's already made a decision to say, I know that this is your situation. He's not giving her like the boys in your court, you choose. No, he's made a decision on his own to say, I'm retracting myself from this friendship because I know it's going to be too painful for me to just be your friend. So it's like he's lightening the burden. Like he's self-aware. He knows that this is going to hurt him, so he's made the decision. He's not putting it all on her. But I think it's unfair if he had said, now it's up to you, now choose. It's like, bro, like you would have told me this whole time, but you've told me now that I've entered something and I like someone. So that would be unfair in my opinion. Like you're putting it all on me. But what he's done, I think, is fair enough because he's made the decision and he hasn't put it all on the girl. He's said, like, this is where I stand.
I think it's three things. It's valid, firstly, but it's also selfish.
Selfish on whose part?
It's selfish for the guy
How?
who makes the decision to end the friendship because of being in love.
Okay, so what do you think he should have done?
I think, I think,
If you were in that situation, what would you have done?
I think I would have confessed. I would have given this.
Uh-huh.
I would have done the same thing, but I would have tried when. Anyway, it's also hard to tell your friend because you've been in a friend
Mm-hmm.
zone for like years.
Forever,
It's hard
yeah.
to tell them that you're in love with them, but like I would try. I would try to tell them because yeah, I'll try to tell them multiple things. Like I'm at the point when they are single and they'll potentially be ready, not when they enter into another situation or a situation. Like if I'm seeing my friend jump from from relationship to relationship. When
Yeah.
they, just before they jump, I'll tell them, lay down my facts, and then if they refuse me, then I'll cut them. But if they refuse me because they're in a relationship, I'll respect that and I'll stay. It may become
Now,
awkward.
what if the friend doesn't like you back? Like you confess your feelings to her, but she doesn't like you back.
That's crazy.
Would you still cut her off?
Hmm. Yes.
You
Okay,
would.
no. I wouldn't cut them off, but a lot will change. I think at that point, a lot has to change. Because a lot of the times that I think a guy likes a girl, he treats them different from everyone else.
Yeah, he
He
does.
listens to them more.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
talks to them more. He wants to. He's curious about their day.
yeah,
Something which, relatively, as your friend, like I'm your friend, so unless I know you're going through something, I really don't ask about it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I assume your day is fine. If it's not, I know you'll tell me. If I can see it, I'll ask. But
I think, yeah, I may have said my thing on this situation. I do get that he. They also the thing for confessing feelings also. It's a risk. Confessing your feelings to someone. That people should stop confessing.
that's the case.
I think wait.
But straight into it, man.
I think this girl, whoever is in this situation, I don't think it would be right. Not right, but I wouldn't rekindle the friendship. Sorry for the abrupt stop. We were interrupted by some issues. But yeah, we're about to end this. So wrapping it up for this with this dilemma, I think it's an unfair situation on both your sides, but I think for the fact that you are into something with someone right now, meaning you like the person that you are currently talking to or currently seeing. So I feel like uh, you as a girl, I'm speaking as a girl as well. I don't mind staying friends with a certain guy, even if he says he likes me. But I feel like if you're talking to someone, first of all, I think your partner would be uncomfortable with that. I think that's number one. He wouldn't be comfortable with you like knowing that you're friends with a guy who likes you. I don't think guys comfortable with that. Then the second thing is that I think you should thank God that, as I said, like he's made the decision to not. I know it's painful to like let go of a friendship because friendship breakups really hurt. They really do. But at this point, he's doing what's best for his feelings and he's protecting himself. And I think the only thing you can do is respect that because he knows that he can't manage to be your friend, especially in this situation. So I think it's just something that you have to come to accept. Ish. And it hurts, it does, but yeah. What else can you do about it really? Anyway, storage issues came beyond us. So we had to end this episode abruptly. But please don't forget to tell me your dilemmas and tell me your songs of the week. So I'm just going to quickly tell you guys the songs of the week for me. So my first song is Insecurities by Lil Baby. I don't know why I'm still looking at the camera when I'm using audio. Insecurities by Lil Baby. I like that song so much. And as I said, I love rap music. So yeah. Tyler Hero by Jar Carlo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, but it's Tyler Hero. I don't know. And Cards Dealt by Terrio. Terrio is like an upcoming artist. Like he's not known by many, but I do love his like flow and his I don't know. Yeah, his flow and his music. So those are my top 3 songs for the week and I hope that you can tell me yours. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and tell us what else you would like us to be talking about on this podcast. Give us some things you'd like us to, give our opinions on and stuff like that. And yeah, have a good week. And we'll see you next week, Sunday, for another amazing episode. Bye.